Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have in front of you the Logitech K480 multi-device wireless keyboard. So this is a very cool device which we bought recently, and it works with any kind of operating system, even if it is an Windows operating system or a Mac or an Android or iOS. And you can even connect it with your PC as well. So it's a very cool device, and it's quite heavy as well. So the coolest part of this device is that you can switch between you can connect three devices at a time, and you can switch between any of them using this dial which is present at the left corner of the keyboard. So let's start reviewing it. Let's unbox it, but before that let's see what do you need. You need two AAA batteries to switch on your keyboard. So we already got the batteries along with this keyboard, but I don't know about other places. So this has an 1 year warranty. It's a very good device. It costs around 2600 rupees. So let's quickly unbox this. So as you can see, this is the device which is present inside. Along with this you get a manual which need not be seen. So let's keep this box aside and quickly move ahead to the keyboard. So guys, before we connect it with our devices which are present here, let's talk about all the keys and other stuff in the keyboard. So as you can see, this looks very cool. It looks very like a high-tech device, and it has an lemon yellow contrast color which is present along with the dial as well. The borders of the dial also have the same lemon yellow present in them. So this place is for keeping your device to like a stand kind of place, and as you can see, you have the steps all written over here. Well, these are just simple steps. It's a very easy device to connect. So as it says that you have to remove this sticker, and then you just press these buttons, and then you for 3 seconds, and then you can connect your device. So this button is for connecting your PCs and your Android devices for Windows as well. So, and this is for connecting Mac OS and iOS devices, a Bluetooth operated device. So basically it's your normal QWERTY keyboard along with some more special and cool keys. So this key is a normal F1 key, which also has the function of the home button, which works for all, even for Android and your iPad and everything. It will directly take you to your home. Then this basically performs the function of clearing the like restarting the apps in Android. I don't know what function it performs in iOS devices. And this function also performs the function of bringing the digital keyboard as well in the iOS devices while we are typing in this. Don't know the function for the Android devices. Then this is for the search bar, which is common for Android and iOS both. Don't know the PC function for this. And as you can see, these are the music play buttons, play, pause, and then the next song and the previous song buttons and all. And this is your volume settings, this common buttons. And then this is the some browsing button. But as much as I noticed, in your iOS devices, this changes the language of your keyboard. That is, your if you have a French or an emoji or an English keyboard, it will, like any language keyboard, it will change it. And this is for taking screenshot, which is very cool and efficient as well. So basically it's a very nice keyboard, like very good to use and easy to use as well, just like a normal QWERTY keyboard. Not like as I expected, small or difficult to type. It's very easy. So without wasting much time, let's move ahead to connect it. So first I'm gonna connect it with my iPad. So I have my iPad here. Let's go to settings. I go to Bluetooth settings. So yeah, I forgot to switch it on. So once you switch it on from here, the the green light blinks here, and then you can see the lights appearing here as well, but for that you have to press it for 3 seconds. So once you press in iOS for 3 seconds, the blue light will start blinking, and you will be able to see the keyboard K480 appearing in your Bluetooth settings. So with that touch, it gets connected quickly with your device. So now we are ready to use it. As you can see, the light stops blinking as well. So let me first of all press the home button. You can see how fast it is. So this is the search bar button which I was talking about, which opens this search bar in your devices for searching apps. Like let's go to Word, and then we can see how cool it is in typing. So let's start typing something and we can get to know how cool it is. So as you can see, once you have connected this device, your digital keyboard stops appearing, and you will just get a small bar over here which is for the autocorrect and other stuff. So let's start typing. As you can see, it types like a normal laptop or in your PC. Very easy and efficient as well. It's a very cost-cutting device, guys. It is very helpful as well. So you have your normal caps lock key also. So once I switch on caps lock, it works on it. So now let's see how cool is this stand. Yeah, so you can see it is a very cool thing. You can easily keep your iPad or your any other device over here, and then you can start typing and you'll get a laptop feel. And then this is the screenshot function which it performs. It takes a screenshot and sends it here. I don't need a screenshot anymore. So I was talking about the keyboard language function which it performs, the F12 key. So you can see you can switch between the keyboards. You get the emoji keyboard. So you cannot control the emoji keyboard with this device, but you can control the letters and the numbers with it. So now, and it does also open Siri with it. So basically we know that for opening Siri, we press the home button which is over here. So since there's a home button in this as well, if we press this, long press this, Siri will come up. Hi Siri.
I'm listening.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Yeah, then you can also play music with this. As you can see, once I click the music button, the song starts. That is the basic iTunes song. That's too boring. So now let's move ahead to Android device. So let's see if I can keep 2 devices at a time. Yeah, so yes you can. So this is my Oppo F9, the Android device. So since I've already connected my phone to this keyboard, which is in the number 3 dial, since 2 is with my PC, let's see. So once it is connected, you'll get here connected. Since it is in mute, you won't get the sound, but basically you get a sound once it gets connected, something like this. Yeah, then you can simply use it. So you can also open your apps with this. You'll get a lightly blur yellow square for seeing which app you're going to enter, and then you can press Alt Enter to enter the device, the app, Like now let's say I'm gonna enter Google and type something. Since I'm in the Google search bar, I press Alt enter and then I enter Google and then I can start typing. Let's start typing. So as you can see, it works good here as well. Then I can also open my Google Assistant with the home button here by long press. Yeah, Google Assistant comes up as well. Don't know why it isn't appearing in the screen. That's fine.
Here are some results.
Okay, bye bye. Yeah, so let's talk about what are the benefits of this keyboard. So basically, let's consider a situation where you may have an iPad lying at your house, but you may also have the need of buying an like keyboard. Well, mostly there's no situation like you may have the need of buying an laptop. So well, there's mostly no situation like that because everybody has an laptop instead of iPads. But in that case, if you have the difficulties of typing in your iPad, you can easily use this keyboard. You can easily buy this keyboard from Amazon or any other website, or you can even go to the physical store and buy it, and then you can start using it. You can consider it to be your mini laptop as well. It is quite efficient to be your mini laptop and very much good as well. Then secondly, it's a light keyboard, a smart device, and too cool. You get two colors in this, the white one and the black one. Well, I like the black one because the white one was very like not a good color kind of thing. So I preferred going to the black one. Then secondly, there is one special thing about this keyboard which I discovered in my iPad. That is, once you go to your accessibility settings, you will find your keyboard access settings over here for the hardware keyboards, as you can see over here. So I'll bring it closer. Yeah, so over there, when you give your keyboard full access, you have some commands which you can set up. Like if I there are the commands like activate and going to home button and moving right and left and forward, and then swiping forward and back, going to the lock screen, restarting my iPad, notification center, control center, etc, etc. You can also set up your own shortcuts for opening specific apps, though it isn't too efficient. I'll show you exactly how it is. So once I give full keyboard access, you will see the focus over here which starts appearing, though you can change the color of your focus, though it's too irritating. And like you'll get this kind of a focus button, as you can see, the blue one. And then you can also, but the thing is that you can change the color to white so that it doesn't like irritate you much. And then you can start to controlling your whole device with this keyboard. Like like auto hiding the focus can be possible for like hiding it for 1 second if no activity is found. If I don't like change apps and go to home button or anything like that, then I can the focus will hide itself. Then let's talk about the commands it performs. So for home button, rather than the basic F1 key home button which is present, you also have something like Alt H, that is Command H, which you can use to go to home button, and then Alt C for go like some button, I don't remember that, for going to the control center. Yeah, then you can even go, I guess I deleted that function. That's what I did because it was too very irritating kind of thing. Yeah, so I deleted that function. But you can even set up a different key if you want to go to control center or any other place. Like now it asks me for a shortcut which I need to press at the keyboard to go to control center. So as you can see, I'm gonna press tab and C together. It will show this in the screen, and if I press done, then it will get saved. And whenever I press tab C, it will take me to the control center, as you can see. And then I can change my functions in the tab control center using the help of the focus which is present, like the increasing the brightness, and then Wi-Fi settings and other stuff. So I can even open my I can even open Siri and keep many shortcuts for many other stuff. So two simple shortcuts created by me were to open YouTube and open photos, which were tab Y and tab P. So but the problem with this function is that once I press tab Y, why isn't it working? Wait a second. Yeah, I have to double press Y after pressing tab, and then it will ask me, do I need to run YouTube? And then when I press enter, it will take me to YouTube to the search bar. That is this. And if I need to open photos, it is tab double press of P, and then it will ask me, do I need to run photos? And then I press my enter button and it will take me to photos. So the bad part with this is, if it would have directly taken me to YouTube or photos, that's easy. But it asks me for opening YouTube and photos another time for confirming, which is not needed. Though I tried to change the settings, I couldn't. So this is one thing. So mostly I don't keep my full access for my keyboard switched on because I don't like it much. Though you guys can keep it, and such settings can also be done in your Android device and your PCs as well. So let's come to a conclusion about this keyboard. It's a very good device. It also has an that's fine. So it also has grips to catch it strong and tight. It doesn't move. You can keep it in your lap and start typing without any difficulties faced. And the keys are smooth as well. So guys, thank you for seeing this video and thank you for visiting my channel. Please do subscribe and like. Thank you. Goodbye.